Fox Across America, radio host, stand-up comedian extraordinaire.
Boom.
It's the Chiefs and the Chargers, right?
Yep.
You don't even know that. But I do. I wrote it down.
Listen, you're talking to a man who has paid his rent and not paid his rent from gambling on the NFL. I've been on every side of this equation. I will tell you what I don't like about this. Young fans are all over this. They're tech savvy. You know who you feel bad for? The older NFL fan who has no idea how to find this game, but will try. You know what I mean? He doesn't know what Amazon is. He's going to Google Amazon and get a video of some tall 6'10" naked girl on some dirty site. He's not going to see. He's not going to see the game of inches he's looking for. Is what I'm trying to say. Good night, everybody. But no, this is a mess. I get why they're doing it.
Here's how my evening's going to go. My father knows how to use his cell phone, and he can FaceTime me or. He can call me, video call me. And he's going to be standing in front of his TV with his remote, wanting me to walk him through.
That's what I mean.
And he has, Dal, you do have Amazon streaming on your TV.
No.
It's just not the direct TV remote. Dude. You got to go and don't use the stereo remote, which looks like the TV remote.
My mom is going to order the NFL package. It's going to be a package. Like, she's going to be getting a box on Amazon in 3 days. Same thing. They just gave people our age a tech support gig for the evening.
She'll wind up with some Hernandez jersey.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell
what do you mean? This guy was in prison. How did I get his jersey?
You know what I really wanted to talk to you about is the guard fainting who's guarding Queen Elizabeth. We're not allowed, based on the palace, to air the video. And instead, I did look for, there's video of me fainting at somebody's wedding.
Get out of here.
Everyone has seen a bridesmaid go over.
Yeah.
Because you don't, and this is just my personal advice, don't lock your knees out.
No.
That's how you feign.
Well, that's the issue. A lot of people don't know how to drink competitively. You have to have a strong... Yeah, you need a strong background in like beer pong or some type of college debauchery. Because most people do their biggest drinking on their biggest days. Very amateur move. We've all been to that wedding.
Yeah, you lock your knees out and then all of a sudden you start sweating and you just go over.
This is no longer a hit. This is an intervention. Let's be honest. You brought me here to straighten me out. And that's why I appreciate it.
You've been to Disney with Lincoln and Jenny?
Yes, I have, on a cab driver's salary.
No, really? Haven't you been recently?
The last time we were there was 2016, so it's been a few years. But with people, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So no, people are complaining that it's really kind of taken on a life of its own. All the complaints about Disney World being dirty and all the rides being broken. A Small World was broken. Some people had to jump out of the log flume recently because one of the log boats sank.
Yeah. Well, A Small World being broken is actually a victory for children everywhere, because no kid wants to go on that ride and hear that song. People are like, I kill me. Nobody can take it anymore.
It's so. And by the way, there's nothing worse though than one of those rides, one of the real low rent rides, breaking down and the lights come up.
Oh my God, I know that one. We go ahead. We once had in a Little Mermaid ride, like it jammed. So the lights come on, you see everything going on in the background, and the thing's glitching.
And you're like, this thing, I can't believe that I've paid $2,000 for my family to come to this park.
This is what you do wrong. You got to be able to compromise. Because I went there on a cab driver's salary. But what people don't know is Disney has tiers based on what you pay to get in. Like, and it's based on how much money you've spent. So, like, if you went there with a few $1,000s, you're staying in, like, the Starship, not the Enterprise, the Millennium Falcon. But I went there for, like, the $200 a week pass. You're staying in, like, Cruella de Vil's dog kennel. It's like me and a yelping Dalmatian. But, you're in the door.
I went when I was a kid and stayed at a roadway inn that wasn't even in Orlando.
Hey, nobody wants to show off. Nobody likes to show off.
It was in Tampa.
Dude, I stayed at a Days Inn with a Z. It's like so bad. Come on, Dad, we got to work harder than this.
But I did. But the stories about like Disney World turning into like Crap Town are hilarious. If you've seen some of the videos that they've taken of the Little Mermaid ride where they're like, it's glitching.
Yeah, you've got a glitched out Ursula. Now you got Snow White and the Seven Genders. Nobody wants to be there. It's all woke crap. Come on, Disney.
You got to go to Cedar Point.
America's roller coast.
That's the
Ohio,
best.
baby.
Yes.
That's Jenny Failla territory.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Maybe Jenny and I'll go on a vacation. Before we go, the Patagonia founder, his last name is Chouinard, Yvon Chouinard, is giving the company away. It's worth about $3 billion. They're putting it in a specially designed not-for-profit to combat climate change. The founder's saying hopefully this will influence a new form of capitalism that doesn't end up with a few rich people and a bunch of poor people. We're giving away the maximum amount of money to people who are actively working to save the planet.
Stop it. And then what? This guy's an idiot. People are going to pocket this money and run. This is what happens. Anytime you cut $1 billion check, every grifter is going to show up in a nice fleece or some type of sleeveless outdoor wear, which is, again, fine quality gear. But in terms of saving the environment, Mother Nature, birthing person nature, whatever calling her these days, no.
There is an issue with not-for-profits. It's called an issue of absorption.
Yeah.
That what they're trying to do, you have trouble actually spending the money.
Yeah, well, listen, I could help with that, but the point is, this is stupid.
Absorption.
This is why they do this. Really quick, rich people feel so guilty about their success that they glom onto climate change. It's like, hey, I'm saving the world. You know what I mean? But nobody's saving anything. But it makes them feel better. You dig? That's the hustle.
You know, a six-pack will do it for me.
Hey.
Jimmy Failla, love you.
Best.
Bye.